Well, when we return home, I guess Tosaka calls us? Calls me after dinner? I guess there wasn't as much damage as we thought there would be at school. It must be because the one who set up the boundary field, Ryder, died quickly. I guess, yeah. Unlike last time, when the boundary field was set up for quite a while, Ryder just died instantly, really. So not too much damage, I guess. I remember last time there was like permanent damage, as a result of a ton of students being affected by the blood fort dramina, but I guess this time not too much. I hear the students that were in the same classroom as Ryder need to stay in the hospital for a long time, but most students just have anemia? Like loss of blood, I guess. The equivalent, anyway. School's not going to close down, and we'll be having classes like normal tomorrow.
シロ、リンは何と言ってきたのですか？
ああ、学校はいつも通りだって。だから、明日も学校に行って、キャスターのマスターを探すことになる。
そうですか。では、あの建物にいた人々に大事はなかったのですね。
一部を除いてはな。あ、藤姉が帰ってこないのは職員会議か何かで忙しいからだと思う。
それはよかった。大河のことですから、明日の朝には何事もなく食卓に座っているでしょう。
Yeah, that's a relief for me as well. Well, since her energy is extraordinary, I stopped worrying about her when I heard everyone's alright.
ではシロ、先ほどの話の続きですが。
She leans over the table with a serious face.
やっぱり諦めてなかったのか、セイバー。
当然です。昨夜のような失態を繰り返さないためにも、私はシロの部屋で眠ります。それに文句はありませんね。
Well, I guess we're just gonna cuddle now. I do have complaints. Having Saber sleep in the same room as me is like telling me to die, apparently.
シロ、元はといえば、あれほど離れた場所からの遠隔催眠にかかるあなたが悪い。
Yeah, I guess, yeah. She needs to sleep in the same room as us, so we don't get hypnotized again.
私ではキャスターの魔術からシロを守ることはできないのですから、せめて同じ部屋にいるのは当然でしょう。魔術の感知は近ければ近いほどいい。キャスターがシロを狙うのなら、私とて離れて眠るなどできません。
いや、それは全くもって正論なんだが、セイバー。
I think that Caster won't use the same strategy since she failed once. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not a guarantee, is it? I think so, but if I say that to Saber right now...
甘い。先ほどのデザート、白玉あんみつチョコまんじゅう並みに甘い。そのような考えだからこそ、キャスターなどという土下道にたぶらかされた挙句、アーチャーのような少年のねじれ曲がった野郎に罵倒されるのです。
Is what she would say. I bet she would object like that. I mean, she's right, too, you know.
聞いているのですか、シロ。私が女性だからなどという言い訳は聞きません。今夜からシロの部屋で睡眠をとりますから、夜な夜な土蔵などに逃げ出さぬように。
Saber glares at me and makes her declaration. She's even anticipated that I was gonna run away to the shed. I'll hold my ground and try to get her to agree on a compromise.
わかった。セイバーにはすぐ近くで眠ってもらう。
ようやく承知しましたか。ええ、マスターとしてそれが当然の選択です。
けど、何も同じ部屋ってわけじゃないぞ。俺の部屋、隣に空き部屋があるのを知ってるだろう。襖で締め切った向こう。
Yeah, that's what she usually sleeps in the Fate route. I guess, yeah, I was thinking before, early on, that, I kind of forgot, like, where she was sleeping this whole time. I guess she was a little bit farther away than where she was in the Fate route. But this time, yeah, Shiro will say she could sleep in the one next to his.
ええ、知っていますが、それが何か。
その、寝込みを守るってなら、あそこで十分だろう。いや、そもそも同じ部屋で寝てたら敵だって入ってこない。むしろ、 すぐ隣でセイバーが待機しててくれた方が油断して襲ってきた敵を撃退できるじゃないか。
Surprise attack. Oh, I think this sounds pretty logical.
それで十分だろう、セイバー。正直、あの狭い部屋で2人っていうのも無理がある。物理的に眠れない。サーバントとしてマスターを寝不足にするのはマイナスだと思うんだな。
今夜はやけに弁が立ちますね、シロ。
Only smart when it comes to that sort of thing.
多少言い訳じみたものを感じますが、いいでしょう。その案で手を打ちます。
Good. Man, being a master is hard enough. If I sleep in the next room as Saber on top of that, I bet my brain will overheat and I get a nosebleed, like an anime protagonist. And the chaotic day comes to an end. It's becoming more like a habit now as I trained with Saber until 11 and spent an hour doing my routine in the shed. I get back to my room when the day changes. I hear Saber's breathing from the next room. My heart jumps at that, but I try to calm down as I get into my futon. I close my eyes, shake off any wicked thoughts, and tell myself to go to sleep as fast as I can. I try not to be conscious of Saber and recall what happened today. The Red School, the boundary field of blood that would have created lots of victims if we hadn't stopped it. Now, we didn't stop it, it was Castor, right? That causes my restless mind to stop. The students on the floor of the red classroom. She was desperately burying all of it, Ryder on the floor, and the students that looked like they were dead. Oh, I remember now. At that instant, I figured out the deep part of her. She acted as a magus, but she never crossed the final line. She's firm, strong-willed, and magnificent, but she's outrageously good-natured. That difference must be her burden. How clumsy of her. The more she tries to act as a magus, the more she kills her true self as Tosaka Rin. Because you're the same way. Chiro. I sigh and pull the blanket over my head. Well, I guess there's something wrong with me. For thinking that I want to be a support for such a perfect girl. Perfect. You know, you shouldn't, I don't know. You shouldn't think of other people as completely perfect, right? Because, I mean, I don't know, I guess in this world of magic it's kind of weird to say so, but like, you know, human beings are imperfect beings. You shouldn't expect them to be perfect all the time, because that's a lot of pressure to put on someone, you know? I see a dream. I see a memory that I cannot reach through a small, connected circuit. Here we are, we're on a hill? Actually, it reminds me of Saber's dream as well. What did he fight, and for what did he keep running? He never told anyone about his motives. Everyone around him saw him as either obstinate or a weird person. And on top of it all, he didn't talk much, so I bet he was thought to be ruthless. His intentions were not known. At the very least, nobody knew about them. He never talked about his intentions, even after he became a hero and was burdened by many things. That's why he appears suspicious to the people around him. It's because nobody knows his intention. He conveniently saves people in danger, but nobody knows why he's doing what he does. See, it's inevitable that people would feel uneasy about him. He should have added reason. Greed, pride, selfishness, vengeance, or devotion. Simple reasons like those which are easy to understand. If he'd had any one of them, such an end should not have awaited him. His reward for his success was always betrayal. The things he picked up sift through his fingers like grains of sand. He got used to it. He got used to it like an idiot. From the very beginning, his reward was... Not what he received from the people he saved, but the pure action of saving someone. The repetition of it makes me so mad that I want to punch him, and also makes me want to cry. The reason he was called a hero, his intention was never revealed to anyone. Nobody around him knew, and he, the only one who had to know, eventually forgot about it himself. That is why I shed tears in spite of myself, to the miracle that in the long, long path between the start and the goal, where what is right or wrong is not definite, he never strayed from his original goal. And the end comes. An excellent savior is only trouble for everyone except the ones he saves. He knew his limits and the vastness of the world. He accepts what can be saved and what cannot be saved. That is why he at least wanted people within his sight to be happy. Many scorned it as hypocrisy and as blind idealism. There were more enemies than allies, and he died at their hands. Back to the Forest of Swords. So, this is not a place in this world. This place is the end of him. The illusion that he saw on the verge of his death, the only pride he had within himself. The hero that used his scenery as his weapon falls into his own darkness in the end. The Hill of Swords that he reached. His battle ends atop this hill, surrounded by rusted steel without a wielder. He is still alone, but he thinks there is nothing to regret if he was able to save everyone that appeared within his sight. And he smiles in satisfaction, lets go of the sword, and crumples down. That's why he never had any regrets. His objective was already accomplished long ago. From the start, he ran with his utmost effort, not for himself, but for strangers who shouldn't have meant anything to him. Already achieved his objective, huh? I rub my drowsy eyes and get up. It's 5:30 in the morning. I don't feel sleepy, so I guess I was able to sleep well last night in spite of everything.
単純にできてるんだな、俺。
I grumble while getting out of the futon and change into my uniform. I can hear faint breathing if I strain my ears. I feel Saber's presence on the other side of the sliding door.
朝飯だ。朝飯を作ろう。
You know, we've been getting these dreams of the, hills of swords, the Hill of Swords. Well, I guess we'll see. I was gonna say something, but never mind. That's good, that's good. I shake the indecent thought out of my head and go out of my room quietly. Because, well, if the game is not, I guess if Shiro is not mentioning the dreams themselves, then I'm not going to mention it as well, because I think that's what the game is intending to do. It's going to keep it vague. Because normally when we have those dreams, it's of Saber's, right? Saber's dreams, but I don't think they're referring to he, right? So it's not Saber. So, well, the breakfast table. My expectation that it will be a quiet breakfast, considering what happened yesterday.
そこでそのお医者さん、なんて言ったと思う？藤村さんは稀に見る健康体ですから、献血でもしていったらどうですか？わっはっはっはだよ。
What was that impression? She was saying. The doctor, I guess.
私だって病人だって言うの。ああ、もう次からあんなところ行かないんだから。
Is totally destroyed by Fujine, who is more energetic than usual. In terms of horse racing, this development is the dark horse, but something tells me this might have been the likely outcome.
あ、お味噌汁おかわり。玉ねぎ抜いてね。
はいよ。で、それから倒れた生徒はいろんな病院に運ばれたって言うけど、みんなすぐに気がついたのか？
そうね。個人差はあるけど、昨日中には回復したはずよ。4回。1年生の子たちはただ眠ってたのと大差なくて、2年生の子たちは記憶が飛んでる子もいたみたい。
3年生の子は2階の教室にいた子より大事はなかったけど、1階の教室はちょっとね。
Fujine looks down as though it's difficult for her to talk about it. I feel bad. Fujine has gone to all the hospitals in this town. She has just seen what kind of conditions the students on the first floor classrooms were in. Yeah, the ones most affected by the boundary field.
ごめん、この話はもうやめる。ともかく学校はいつも通りなんだろ？
うん。けど3年生はもうじき自主登校だし、体調が悪い子は休んでいいことになってる。3年の子たちほとんどが休むんじゃないかな。
I see. So yeah, we're just free to not go to school. There'll mostly be first and second years coming to school today.
なあ、藤根、うちの学校でさ、竜道寺の関係者って誰かな？
一星くんじゃないの？彼、お寺の跡取りでしょ
？Issei? Our true best friend?
だよな。はい、なんでもないから忘れてくれ。
Also, I don't know if I've been mentioning this before, but like my closet, I don't know why it keeps making noises. My closet is haunted. It's kind of annoying because like sometimes when it's like during the dialogue and like it just makes a weird noise. It's a weird cracking noise in the background. Anyway, I put my bowl down while I look up at the ceiling. The only one connected to the Ryodo temple at our school is Issei. But it's too soon to decide whether he's a master, and most of all, I don't think he's a master. Well, that's what you thought about Shinji, Who knows?
じゃあ行ってくる。留守番よろしくな、セイバー。
シローも気をつけて。あの校舎から結界がなくなったとしても、キャスターのマスターがいる以上は油断できません。0時はあと一つだけなのですから、行動には細心の注意を。
わかってる。キャスターのマスターを見つけたら、まずここに帰ってきてセイバーに報告するよ。
はい。期待に添えるよう、私も魔力を回復させておきましょう。
Saber's on standby. She sees me off. It seems Fujine has more things to take care of regarding the incident yesterday, as she went to the hospital right after breakfast. The school doesn't look any different even after such an incident. It's 7:30 in the morning and the school gate is filled with students. The students are talking about what happened yesterday, creating a rather noisy scene. So, in the middle of it all, in front of the school gate is an angry Tosaka? An angry devil, apparently. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling, but I can't sneak past her since she's in the middle of the road.
Yo, おはよう、トサカ。今日は遅いんだな。
I stop and greet her.
つまり、一星が怪しいと思うのよ。
Yeah, that's what we thought. Wow. First thing she says is straight to the point.
怪しいって何がさ。
I guess we're just gonna have to go kill Issei.
キャスターのマスター。竜道寺に巣を張ってるキャスターと、竜道寺から学校に通ってる一星。これで因果関係がないはずないでしょ。
Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to kill our true best friend. Oh no. You know, because ironically, you know, Shinji is supposed to be our best friend, but I have no problems murdering him. But Issei? Come on, don't kill Issei.
ないって。そんなの偶然の一致かもしんないだろ。
No, I don't think we're gonna kill Issei, like, especially because, you know, Rin and Shiro are, you know, good-natured, disgustingly good-natured, as Archer would put it, so we probably won't kill Issei if he was a master. Probably just capture him, you know, especially when Archer said, like, the caster's master is supposedly, it might be like a puppet, you know, so... I try to defend Issei. Yeah, he still might be innocent, even if he is a master.
そんなわけないじゃない。いい？ここ数週間、竜道寺の山門はずっと閉じられているのよ。部外者は入れないし、 寺から外に出てきたのは一世ぐらいのもんなんだから。これで怪しくなかったら真犯人は誰でもいいってレベルでしょ。
あのさ、外に出ないって言うけど、普通お坊さんは頻繁に寺から出てこないもんじゃないのか？
I guess other people in the temple?
バカ、あんたいつの時代の人間よ。檀家周りあっての総門でしょ。山寺に引きこもってお賽銭だけで食っていけるんだったら明日にでも出家するわよ。
Tosuka might be serious. If Issei was here, I'm sure he'd be yelling that she's an offering thief. I'm interested in what's going on with the temple, but that's not the problem. I should worry more about our surroundings. We're at the school gate. Students coming to school all around us, and they're all paralyzed with the reckless speech of the school idol, Tosuka Rin.
何よその目。何？エミヤ君は一世をかばうってわけ？いいわよ私は。あなたが現実的な推測を無視するって言うんなら、こっちだって勝手にやるんだから。
But our school idol is the only one who does not realize the situation.
ちょっとこっち来い。
何よ、逃げる気？
逃げない。いいからこっち。
I dragged Tosuka by her hand.
ちょっとエミヤ君。
Hand-holding lewd. She can complain later. Just let me get away from here as fast as I can. And she's just making a commotion. And everyone's interested because she's the school idol and all that. Or whatever. The morning practice must be cancelled because of yesterday's incident, as the archery range is quiet. Yeah, I wonder what happened to Sakura. Was she involved? I don't know. Good. We won't attract attention here. So the remaining problem is... Tosuka, who's glaring at me silently.
分かってる。遠坂の言いたいことぐらい俺だって分かってる。分かってるからそんな顔するな。遠坂にすねられるとどうしていいか分からない。
すねてなんかない。
My mind is stunned at the lightning comeback. But I have to deal with her calmly. Issei's life is on the line. Knowing Tosuka, I bet she would do something reckless to test Issei.
あなたこそごまかさないで。キャスターの本拠地は竜道寺で、一世は竜道寺から学校に来ているのよ。だっていうのに、どうしてそれを無視するのよ、あなたは。
Tosuka yells at me. She's right, but I just don't think it's Issei.
何よ、反論があるっていうの？
But I'll die before Issei if I give her such an ambiguous answer. But I can't leave Tosuka like this, so I have to try to convince her somehow.
よし。どうしても一世が怪しいって言うんだな、遠坂は。
そうよ。エミヤ君にはわからないかもしれないけど、今の竜道寺はとにかく変なの。キャスターが根城にしているってこともあるんだけど、それにしたって揺らぎが大きすぎるっていうか、集まりやすすぎるっていうか。
集まりやすすぎる？それって街から吸い上げてるっていう魔力のこと？
それは関係ないことだから気にしないで。
Nothing? What do you mean by that, Rin? It's nothing? You're more suspicious than Issei right now, Tosuka?
ともかく、そんなところから涼しい顔でやってきてる時点であいつは怪しいの。前からあいつには一発蹴り入れてやんなきゃなんないって思ってたし、今回の件はちょうどいいわ。
Tosuka, serious. I heard that they weren't on friendly terms, but I didn't know it was this bad. Actually, what the hell did Issei do to Tosuka? I'm a bit curious as to what would cause Tosuka to be so drastic. No, now's not the time.
そうだな。一世の立場が疑わしいってのには俺も同感だ。
当然よ。これ以上かばったりしたらそれこそ同罪なんだから。
なあ、だから一世のことは俺に任せてくれ。あいつがマスターかどうかは俺がはっきりさせる。
Well, it looks like she doesn't believe me at all.
信じろ。一世が友人だからって手加減はしないし、遠坂にも嘘はつかない。だいたい そんな心配はいらないんだ。一星があんな非道をするわけないんだから。
How do you know that, Shiro? You didn't suspect Shinji, and he's pretty evil, I guess. You know, so I don't know. The silent pressure continues. I bet Tosaka's worried that I might go easy because Issei is my friend. Her doubt is only natural, so I just have to endure it. I have to get her to believe in me.
わかったわよ。一星のことはあなたに任せる。
遠坂。
I sigh with relief.
けど、どうやって見極めるのよ。エミヤくん、マスターの見分け方覚えたの？
Tosaka asks about the fundamental deficiency in this proposal.
まさかいつもの調子で、おい一星、お前マスターかなんて問いただすわけじゃないでしょうね。
Yep, that's the plan.
いくら協力関係でもね、そんなたわけたことをやろうって言うんなら、ここであなたとの決着をつけてやるわよ。
Her killing intent rises. She's mad. She's really mad. Because that was actually Shiro's plan.
大丈夫。聞かなくてもマスターかどうかわかる手段はある。一星の件は今日中に白黒つけるから、遠坂はおとなしくしていてくれ。結果が分かったら連絡を入れるから。
そうね。協力関係ってこういうことだし。
Oh, the music? Yeah. I mean, yeah, the music is pretty great. Fate Stay Night. She starts walking away with a gesture that obviously tells me that she's not content.
信頼してるわ。けど、あんまりバカなことはしないでよ。もし一星がそうだった場合、下手な行動は命取りになるんだから。
The music right now, it's just the music right now is just like I don't know how you describe it, but it's like silly music, I guess, or not silly, but like ordinary life music. So you can only imagine it's like they're supposed to be finding like a master, right? Caster's master, it would be like a serious thing, right? But like it's just this relaxing music just playing in the background. So I don't know. Not taking this too seriously as Shiro. Casual days, I guess. Yeah. Saying so, Tosaka goes back to the school building. I see her off.
今のもし
I realize that she might have been worried about me. Yes, so. It's lunchtime, so I go to the student council room.
邪魔するぞ。
I call out and open the door. Issei?
今日はここで昼食か、エミヤ。
Hey Issei, are you Caster's master? Issei is eating lunch by himself inside. Good, this is convenient.
どうだ調子は。昨日の事件どんな塩梅になったんだよ。
I sit down at the table and start talking casually.
それが説明されずじまいだ。1階の空き教室に置かれていた薬品がどうしたとか、そんな当たり障りのない話だよ。昨日の午後から朝まで散々校舎を調べ回って、出た結論がそれだとさ。
Yep, chemicals, gas leak. That's often the excuse that giving to everyone, the unmagical masses, when there is a magical incident. He must be unhappy, and he starts biting on a tough-looking carrot.
しかしお前も運がいいな。昼休みから珍しくサボりかと思えば難を逃れたという。普段の行いがようやく報われたということか。
I guess karma in a way. If, Shiro, if he wasn't involved in this whole magical world thing, then it might be seen as good karma then. He now sips on his tea happily. Man, this isn't the right atmosphere to interrogate him, so I'll wait and see for a while. Detective Shiro is on the case. Suddenly, I noticed lunch break will be over in 5 minutes. Oh.
どうしたエミヤ？ 何かひらめいたか？
ひらめきはしないが、思い出した。のんきに弁当食ってる場合じゃなかった。
Whoops. I quickly wrap up my lunchbox and turn to Issei.
不穏な空気。言っておくが金の無心はするな。ねだられてもないものはない。
I get up from my chair. It's not money, Issei, that I want. I don't have time. I want your life. No. I take a deep breath.
一世、何も聞かずに上着を脱げ。
Turns out this was the Issei route. I clearly state what needs to be done.
なんでそう？
Nani?
だから制服を脱げ。上着だけじゃなくてシャツもだ。
Take off everything.
裸じゃないと意味がない。
It's not any good unless you're naked. Turns out this was the yaoi route.
何を言い出すかと思えば、正気か貴様。あれか、新手の押し問答か。そもさんなのか。
He's blushing very hard.
そう、せっぱせっぱ。いいから脱げ。放課後になったら手遅れなんだから。
I attack Issei.
ああ、やめるかたわけ。貴様それでも武家の息子か。
This is sexual assault.
よし。
Okay. To summarize, I didn't find a command spell on Issei's body. Yeah, that's what Shiro was trying to do. I checked thoroughly, but I didn't find anything like a command spell. So I guess the idea is that all masters have some sort of command spell on them in some way, and that signifies the fact that they're part of the Holy Grail War, and since Issei doesn't have a command spell, then it's okay? He's not a master?
よかった。いや、ほんとよかった。
I nod to myself.
何が良いものか。貴様、ここまでやっておきながら何もないとはどういうことだ。
ああ、そうか。悪かった、伊勢。事情は話せないんだが、どうしても調べたいことがあったんだ。それも済んだから、もう何も問題ない。
Just needed to check something. I bow and apologize.
悪いことをしたと思うのなら、謝罪の一つもするというもの。
Yeah, the command spell being the thing that you get if you're participating in the Holy Grail War. If you don't have it, then yeah, you're just not a master. So I guess that proves it? I wonder what Shiro's plan. I guess if he was a master, that would be awkward. Or rather, I don't know. I guess to check if everyone is a master or not in the entire school, he could on a large scale somehow make everyone naked. I don't know how that would work. Peek on them when they're changing uniforms in gym class. I don't know. Anyway, Issei goes silent with a serious face. But now the search has gone back to square one. If Issei, the one at the Ryudo Temple, is innocent, there's nobody else here that might be Caster's master.
なあ、伊勢。最近寺の方で変わったことはないか？
Presumably.
変わったことというと？
わからない。ただ、今までとは違うこととかないかな？
そうだな。最近の話なら見慣れない女が一人いるぐらいか。だがそれだけだ。親父も兄貴たちも静かなもんだぞ。
An unfamiliar woman, you say? Issei says so naturally. There's an unfamiliar woman? Could that be Caster? Well, I'm sure she could pretend to be human without a problem. Or would that be Caster's master? Well, I guess she could also be Caster's master, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should ask Issei about it. I'll not ask him, or I will ask him. I don't know. Is there a choice? I don't know why we wouldn't ask him, We stand to gain, right? Just by asking him. If we don't ask him, then we don't learn anything at all. Then what's the point in that? Unless somehow this is like a checkpoint for another bad end, like we don't learn about Caster's Master and we lose. I don't know. I'm wondering, does this decision matter, or For now, I guess I'll just ask him. I guess if we don't learn anything new, then maybe it doesn't really matter. But maybe if we do, and actually, like we find out Caster's Master because of that, maybe it is like a important decision after all. It's kind of a weird one, but I guess we'll ask him. She's not one to reveal herself to the ones living at the temple, but I might be able to get some clues.
一世、その見慣れない女ってどんなやつなんだ？外国から来たとか、いつもターバンみたいな布で顔を隠しているとか。
なんだそれは。そのような怪しい女ならばすぐさま放り出している。どんな思惑で知りたがるのかは聞かないが、彼女は真っ当な客人だ。兄貴などは毒札なんだと喜んでおるが、俺は不思議と気に入っていてな。一度しか話したことはないのだが、悪ぶっているように見えるが根は善人だ。
You strangely like her?
ありゃ、聞いてみるもんだな。一世が女の人を褒めるなんて。なんだ、もしかして惚れたのか？
It's funny because Issei often he doesn't like women apparently. Often he like for example, he doesn't like Rin, he doesn't like I guess I don't know. I mean it's only Rin really. He's the type of person that would say be gone, thought. Anyway.
バカを言うなったわけ。俺が感心したのはあの女が自分でも気づいていない部分の話だ。大体だな。兄と仰ぐ総一郎の相手に化粧するなど。
Fall in love with the lover of the one I respect as my older brother. So she's a lover of his older brother Soichiro? Issei suddenly stops and lowers his head. I don't know if he felt dizzy or what, but Issei falls on the table and does not move.
どうした一世？貧血か？
いや、体の調子が悪いのではない。
He raises himself real fast. I laugh thinking that he's acting like a coiled doll. Nani?
一世。
What just happened? I look at Issei without looking at my slashed stomach.
獲物がかかった。私を追求する者に遭遇した場合のみ、この人間に植え付けた命令が作動する。
Oh, looks like that decision did matter. You have weird eyes, Issei. I guess he's being controlled by Caster. I hear someone else's voice from Issei's mouth. When I realize that voice is of the servant I met at the Ryudo temple,
この人形も、もういらない。
it's like I'm looking in a mirror. My mind fades from too much blood loss. The wound is reaching my organs is not causing my consciousness to fade. My brain that wants to deny the scene in front of me freezes my consciousness. Issei falls down before me, not knowing what went on. I collapse onto the floor from my knees. I do not hold my wound, and I blankly stare at my friend, who is now a corpse. Well, that didn't go well, as it turns out. I mean, how would I have known that apparently Caster put a weird spell where if we accidentally found more information about her through him, he would do that, apparently. That's a very specific trap, don't you think? But I guess she would know to do that as a precaution. Wow. Nani?
さて、注意1秒怪我一生。誰彼構わずむやみに聞けばいいってものじゃないのよ、エンド。どうだったかな？
I mean, I guess more information is not exactly good, I guess.
あまりにも理不尽&唐突なし、これぞフェイトって感じで最高であります師匠。
だが我々はこの犠牲を忘れてはならない。さあ、竜道君に黙祷3秒。
3秒といういいスタート差がさらに最高であります師匠。
でさ、イリアちゃん、実際竜道寺の人たちはどうなっちゃってるわけ？
キャスターが作った人工的なレイジを組み込まれていて、
Wait, what? Artificial command spell?
キャスターの参加条を破ったり破るやつに出会ったら、骨人形みたいに一つの命令を実行するだけの人間になるの。
Caster's 3 rules? We're learning a lot of lore, just from Ilya.
あいつ道具を作るのうまいから、シローだってあいつに捕まったら魔術補佐の限定霊装にされかねないわ。
I guess one of these artificial command spells is what Issei was under too when he
キャスターは悪人って
when he killed us. That's unfortunate.
他人を己が意のままにしようなどと教育者として許しません。
別にそれだけで悪いっていうのはどうかと思うけど、
Really? Because I think it's pretty evil.
キャスターは確かに小物で臆病で狡猾だけど、根はまだ悪人になりきれてないし。
Is she? I don't know. I mean, it's like, I guess, from point of view, like, she's just protecting herself, but at the same time, though, she sacrificed someone to do so, and it's like, she involves someone who's like an innocent person, right? Into her own battle in this Holy Grail War. I think that's pretty evil.
なぜかような魔女をかばう弟子1号。何か思うところがあるの？
別にそういうわけじゃないよ。私はただ魔術で誰かを拘束してもそれ自体は悪いことじゃないって言いたいだけだったり。
Did you do the same thing to Shiro, Ilya? Maybe that's why?
あ、思い出した。イリアちゃんもっとひどいことシローにやってきたじゃない。
Yep.
ちくしょう、バレたかこんちくしょうめ。なぜかその市内には勝てません。
当然よ。この道場では魔術は一切禁止なんだから。
She's evil or bad because she's weak? I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Because Caster needs to rely on these tricks in order to win the Holy Grail War, but like, oh, I don't know.
弟子1号が私に勝つには野生のライオンとか近代兵器を持ってくるしかないんだから。さあ、いい加減反省した？
はーい、反省してます。もう悪いことはいたしません。
I doubt that, Ilya.
いい子だ。これで少年の願いも叶ったというもの。喜べ弟分。このルートではイリアちゃんはおとなしめだぞ。
Yorukobe. Ilya is nicer in this route, apparently. I mean, hopefully, yeah, she doesn't like kill us a bunch again in this route.
はいはい、今回はおとなしくしてればいいんでしょ。まあ、いつも暴れっぱなしっていうのも芸がないしね。ウィンルートではいっそシロを助けてあげて他のヒロインを食っちゃうのもいいかな。
なあ、そこまで考えていたというの？反則コスだけでは飽き足らず、本編でそんな美味しいシチュエーションさえ演じるなんて。
Nani?
イリア、怖い子。
I guess we have to go back now. So, not weak in magic means as a Persian she's weak, like Ilya or Sakura, opposed to Saber or Ren who are really strong. I guess what you're saying in chat, I guess what you mean is like in terms of personality, you know, being able to take the hard path instead of always taking the path with least resistance, you know? Caster's the type of person who would use any means necessary to win, but people like Rin or Saber will often stick to their word and their code of honor in order to win. If they win in any other way, then it wouldn't be worth it to them. Similar to Shiro. Shiro's the same way, I guess. Interesting. But anyway, let's go back to what we're doing. We were interrogating Issei, right? We took off all his clothes. And we're gonna ask him about like a woman staying at his place, but probably somehow related to Castor. But I guess we won't do that, apparently. Shiro knows to not do that, apparently, and that's the right thing to do. I guess. So we just won't ask, so we don't die. Now it'll be dangerous to talk about this. 6th sense. Issei's living at the Ryudo Temple. If you get suspicious of this strange woman, Issei might get curious and do something. I guess, yeah, dangerous in the sense that Issei might somehow be involved, even though he already is involved. In this route, you see the background of Castor? We might learn more about Castor? Okay, well, we'll see. And if that woman happens to be a master, Issei would be in danger. This is it for today. I'll call it good since I found out Issei is unrelated to the Holy Grail War. Right? Yeah, that's all we really needed from Issei.
そういえばエミヤ、シンジの妹、今日はいなかったな。
Yeah, I was wondering, what's going on with Sakura? Is she just staying home, or...?
さくら、今日学校休んでるのか?
And also Shinji, I guess, lost his servant as well, so I don't know what's going on with Sakura. Is she in danger? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if anyone else might target Shinji. He's still technically a master.
シンジも休んでいただろう。二人とも無断欠席。うちで何かあったのではないかと職員室で問題になっている。
I'm at a loss for words, being confronted with a problem I've forgotten.
昼休みも終わりだな。教室に戻ろう。
Issei pushes me out of the student council room. All the while, thoughts of Sakura's absence and what Shinji may have done after losing Rider twirl around in my head. Interlude time. From what perspective are we in now? Oh. We're at the church. Are we gonna meet Mr. Yorokobe? Anyway. Let me just drink some water. Alright. Church time. It is a sound like hitting steel. I recognize that cowardly panting anywhere. It's Shinji. He arrives at the place, breathing heavily. His footsteps are loud, and their rhythm is unsettled. Which makes sense, I guess. The idea is that if you want to be protected and not be involved in this Holy Grail War, then you just stay at the church, right? Again, now that we know Kotomini Kirei's true nature, it's not exactly a good idea, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. He leaves the door open and staggers forward, as if pulled by his falling body. He looks around. The church is empty, with the morning service already over. The only light is the sunlight coming in from overhead. The silence creates a solemn atmosphere, and the stopped space creates a clear silence. He is like a heresy in it all. No, that is not accurate. To say he arrived is not correct. His ragged breath, his unfocused eyes, his shaking limbs are like those of someone running away. He has to come here to find shelter. Now, everything makes sense. His desperation is like that of a prey being chased by a hound.
戦いが始まって6日。ここに足を運んだのは君が初めてだ。
Hello, priest. He straightens his body that's about to fall into the ground. When did he appear? He looks with bloodshot eyes at the priest before the altar, and he says something. Yorokobe. The priest frowns. He did not completely understand the boy, but it seems he is asking for help. He wants protection. A master that has lost his servant may ask for protection under the condition that he withdraw from the war. The place of retreat, the last sanctuary, is this church. And the master of this place is a priest called Kotomine Kirei.
では戦いを放棄するのか、少年。
Shonen. The boy reacts like a fire to the quiet voice.
当たり前だ。僕に死ねって言うのか。いいか。サーバントがいないんじゃ殺しようがないし、マスターなんてやってられない。僕は普通の人間なんだ。いわば被害者側だろ。そういうのを狙ってさ、一方的に殺すなんて不公平じゃないか。
Man, I hate Shinji. You know, he's such a hypocrite. You know, I'm a normal person. I'm the victim, right? As he almost kills all the other normal people with his servant. The priest does not answer and only looks at the intruder, as if to peer within his skin, bones, and meat.
なんだよ。なんか文句あるのかよ、お前。
意見などない。君は今回一人目の放棄者であり、我が教会始まって以来の使用者だ。管理者として、ここに根付いた父に代わり、丁重にもてなそう。
Let me show you my basement.
なんだよ。リタイアしたのは僕だけだっていうのか。くそ、みっともない。こんなことじいさんに知られたら、なんて言われるか。ああ！それもこれもお前たちのせいだぞ。ライダーなんてカスをつかませやがって、あんまりにも不公平じゃないか。
Yep, just blame everyone around him but himself. Oh, Shinji. He strikes the ground in rage. The sound of the punch echoes like a bell, and the priest smiles with great interest. The priest smiles.
では、ライダーは役に立たなかったと。
そうだよ。たく、大口叩きやがって。あいつ、この僕があんなに手を貸してやったのに、あっけなく死にやがった。あれなら他のサーバントの方がよっぽど役に立ったんだ。ああ、それでも僕はうまくやった。ちゃんとじいさんの言いつけ通りやって準備は万全だったんだ。だっていうのにあいつら揃って邪魔をしやがって。2対1だぞ。そんなの勝ち目なんてないじゃないか。
Two against one. Does he mean like Shiro and Rin, or I mean, again, Shiro and Rin weren't the ones that defeated him, right? Defeated Brider. I don't know.
そうだ。負けたのは僕のせいじゃない。単にサーバントの質の差なんだ。それをあいつら偉そうに勝ち誇った顔しやがって。
It wasn't my fault that I lost. Shinji. He just, I don't know, he just reminds me of, like, players, like in multiplayer games, especially, you know, in like team games or whatever. The type of player that blames his team for any kind of failure, you know? He's like that guy. I hate that guy. And he crawls on the ground. He hits the floor and grieves his misfortune and reflects his obstacles. But his resentful voice disappears quickly. Hatred of his level cannot break the silence in this church.
くそー。くそ。
Kuso, kuso! He repeats his agony. In the midst of it, tap. The priest's footsteps echo through the room as if to break the frozen air. The priest slowly puts his hand on the boy's shoulder.
つまり、君にはまだ戦う覚悟はあるということだな。
He looks down at the loser and says so with a kind voice. He cannot understand the priest's words. The priest in black has a friendly smile on his face.
君は運がいい。ちょうど一人 手の空いているサーバントがいてね。
A servant who's available right now, you say? The priest offers a new salvation as suppressing his joy.